Hello everybody, welcome back to another Planet Zoo video. Today's episode, oh yeah, sorry, if you guys are new to the channel, I am Rad Ryan, and I do Planet Zoo videos. I love Planet Zoo, and I love building zoos. So all you zoo enthusiasts, today we are building a southern white rhinoceros by the title and thumbnail, of course. And I'm just basically trying to touch up the stone bridge that I built off stream. I lost the footage for the elephant habitat and the zebra habitat. I don't know how, but it just happened. Anyway, I'm using these elongated faux rocks to kind of make the barrier of this habitat, so not making it super straight or super rounded. I'm basically just trying to make it jagged, so spinning each rock around so that it doesn't get so repetitive. It is repetitive, but I love the finished look of it. It looks so natural. In fact, I'm just adding a little bit to cover up those nasty creases that is from the terrain tools, and I love the way that it looks. Yep, so I just have to kind of sink this a little bit and duplicate them so that it does cover the bottom. Otherwise it just kind of looks like they are floating as well as just sticking unnaturally. My goal is to try and make this as realistic as possible. I don't want to leave things without filling them, basically. So I just want to give these rhinoceros a beautiful habitat and building some staff pathways so that I can put in this null barrier. My favorite thing to do in this game is to build null barrier habitats and not use the game's main fences to build custom fences. It's such a fun thing to do, to build completely custom habitats. So this white rhinoceros is not any different from any of the habitats in the zoo, except it's rhinos. I love rhinos. If you guys like rhinos, let me know. I'm building a little bit of a moat that is going to be basically extended from the giant river that goes through the zoo. So it is basically a giant arrow. And here you can see I'm putting in a pipe to basically simulate that water is being run into this pond, into this habitat through these pipes, and it just looks great. So I don't want to go with that crystal clear water. Didn't look too great. I thought about trying to be smart and add mist and a little bit of bubbles. I went for a little bit of bubbles, but not a whole lot of transparency. So here is the fun part, decorating this habitat. First, we got to get these animals in here. I'm buying 2 rhinoceroses. I like saying it. So, in fact, I did find out that I had a gold female in my animal storage, so I ended up using her, as well as I will be adding another female in there as well. So 2 females and a male. I have to send them to the quarantine zone to basically make sure that they are disease free. You always want to make sure that your animals are disease free before putting them into your habitat, otherwise they will contaminate and basically make the other animals sick. I am playing in sandbox mode, but I do have those features kind of turned on, so it will happen that my animals will die from sickness. So just trying to prolong their life as much as possible is important to me. So decorating this habitat, I wanted to go with this giant mud pad, but it just didn't look too fancy to me, so I used this giant one, this big one that had 3 mud pads in it, and I love the way that it looks. So filling up this gap with extra rocks and stuff, and fixing up the fence barrier just to tie up everything. My whole idea was to kind of try and fill this habitat as full as possible, so just putting this dry grass all over the habitat I don't know how it turned out. If you guys want me to change it, I will 100% change it. I'm just trying to fill this habitat as much as possible, make it look as grasslandy as possible. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the community section, as well as you can go to my 4th wall and let me know in the community section there. So moving on, just trying to tie this all in, make sure that everything is full, and I'm sinking a bit of a little bit of these patches of grass into the ground so that they can fit nicely. So just making it work. It's all about looks, and I don't want it to look too unnatural. I did a little bit of that, and painting some grass. It looked a little too sandy, so just giving some patches of short grass in there, so it's a bit of grassy land, and sinking some of this elephant grass in there. Now moving on to just adding, of course, education. Education is important for our guests to get to know our animals, and adding a wraparound pathway for the guests to look at these rhinos all the way around. So moving on, it's time to add these enrichment items. Just adding a bunch of toys for them to play with. These rhinos are not really playful animals, but they do like, just like the elephants, to just blow some steam off as well as any animal and human would do. But yeah, just adding all of these things. Here I'm just going to be building them a little bit of a cave. I wanted to go with this large one, but it covered the pathway too much and it's just too large. So I went with this pretty bizarre looking one. It's got like a quadruple stack rocked up there, and it looks pretty cool. Honestly, it just does. So tying up a little bit of enrichment items, some bedding, as well as just and it's time to get them out of the quarantine zone and get them into their habitat. So let's look at these rhinos, these beautiful rhinos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here are some cinematics for you guys to look at. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I love you. Peace out. Stay positive.